Thank you for serving as a judge of an Enactus competition. Today, you will be judging one of our national challenges, competitions supported by partner companies that focus on one specific area of a team's program, like financial education, youth empowerment, environmental sustainability, or entrepreneurship. During this video, we will review the presentation structure, as well as the judging criterion and tools to prepare you for your role today. Let's begin with the structure of the presentations. Today, each competition will be divided into leagues. You will be judging one league of teams. Each league will have a coordinator to support the judging process, and every team in each league will be subject to the same format and rules. Each team has a maximum presentation time of 11 minutes. The league coordinator will introduce each team, then the team will have 3 minutes to distribute their written report and set up their equipment. To encourage consistency, teams are required to use a standardized report template. Your league coordinator will ensure that all reports distributed adhere to these rules. The team cannot begin their presentation before the 3 minutes has expired, so please use this time to read their report and familiarize yourself with their project. The team then has up to 5 minutes to present their work. Teams are not required to use the full 5 minutes, and any unused presentation time is just rolled into the question period. Your league coordinator will monitor the time and cut the team off if they exceed the 5-minute maximum. The formal presentation is followed by a 3-minute question and answer period, where you have the opportunity to ask questions. Time is limited, so please focus on asking concise questions directly related to the team and their activities, and allow time for other judges to ask questions as well. Please note, you may be judging some French-speaking teams today, who will be stepping outside their comfort zone and presenting their results to you in English. They were all given the opportunity to leverage the services of an interpreter for the question and answer period, in which case their time will be doubled to allow for the duplication of questions and answers in both languages. A final note, teams may not distribute any materials to the judges aside from their standardized written report. If a team displays products or samples during their presentation, judges are not permitted to touch or keep these materials. If you would like a sample to keep, you can make a request of the team at the end of the day, after the results have been announced. Now, please turn to the first green page in your handbook. This is the individual team evaluation sheet, which outlines the judging criterion and scoring areas. The single question you will apply today to make your best judgment for teams' presentations is which Enactus team most effectively demonstrated entrepreneurial leadership to drive business and innovation for sustainable positive impact to benefit people, planet, and prosperity within the last year. The criterion is broken down into 4 areas for scoring purposes. Entrepreneurial leadership. Did the team identify a need and capitalize on opportunities by taking personal responsibility, managing risk, and managing change within a dynamic environment? Innovation. Did they introduce new or improve existing ideas, services, technologies, products, or methodologies? Use of business principles. Did they apply a sound business model and business plan? And finally, sustainable positive impact. Did the team demonstrate a measurable, lasting impact for people, planet, and prosperity, which we define as fulfilling lives economically and socially? The sustainable positive impact section is the section that varies for each challenge, as you should be looking for impact that's specifically related to the challenge that you're judging. For the TD Entrepreneurship Challenge, the team should be evaluated solely on the impact related to entrepreneurship. This could include metrics like entrepreneurs helped, people exposed to entrepreneurship as a viable career option, or new businesses created. For the Scotiabank Climate Change Challenge, the team should be evaluated solely on the impact related to environmental sustainability. This could include metrics such as green jobs created, CO2 emissions reduced, water conserved, or pounds of waste diverted. So when evaluating the teams today, please make sure you're focusing on the impact that is related to the goals of the challenge that you're judging. For each scoring area, the forum provides a scale from excellent to insufficient for you to evaluate the team. As each team presents, please use this evaluation form to take notes and mark down your assessments for each area. There's also space provided to give the team general feedback on their project or their presentation. We encourage you to take the time to fill in the optional feedback sections. Enactus teams deeply value your insight and often use it to help strengthen their work or future presentations. A few additional points to keep in mind. Some projects that you will see today have been developed and implemented over multiple years. It's the team's responsibility to provide you with the progress made specifically within the reporting year of their project. Your evaluation should focus on the impact achieved within that 1-year period, not on past achievements or future plans. You may also encounter projects that are still in the planning phase. Please provide constructive feedback on those projects, but remember that you're evaluating impact, not ideas, plans, or projections. You should evaluate projects that have meaningful impact significantly higher than those whose impact has yet to materialize. It is not uncommon for teams to work with other organizations or Enactus teams in the delivery of their projects. Teams should clearly report the degree of impact that they can legitimately take credit for and be evaluated accordingly. Some projects, for various reasons, are set up as businesses owned by individual students. For transparency, teams must disclose the ownership structure of the project if it is not wholly owned by the team. Now let's discuss the scoring process. For this, you will use the cumulative evaluation form, which is the yellow sheet at the back of your handbook. Before the first team presents in your league, please write the names of the teams at the top in the order in which they will present. After each team presents, you will transfer your scores from the individual team evaluation form to the cumulative evaluation form. For example, for Team ABC, if your assessment of entrepreneurial leadership was excellent, then you would enter an E in the relevant box on the cumulative evaluation form for that team. This form will serve as your guide to ranking the teams at the conclusion of the competition day. After the final presentation, you will finish completing the form and use those assessments as a reference to rank the teams, with 1 being your first choice. It is essential that each team receive a different ranking, as no ties are allowed. It's very important that judges, league coordinators, and Enactus staff members not discuss results before or during the voting process. The ranking of teams is an individual decision. We hope that you are feeling comfortable in your role today. Thank you so much for taking the time to volunteer. I will now turn it back over to the Enactus representative leading the orientation for some final details about the day.